All right, you guys, welcome back or welcome to Winner's Table, where we discuss and go over pretty much anything and just look at the world through a biblical lens. If that sounds like a channel you might be into, please take 2 seconds. Just make sure you smash that like button and subscribe button for me. Today, we're going to be talking about this Trump picture as Jesus. As I see, a lot of people are kind of split down the middle about this, as expected. It's how everything goes today. But I do have to say my piece on this. So if y'all are ready to get into it, let's just do it. Let's go ahead and dive in. I want you guys to see what everybody else is saying about this, and then I'll finish this out with my thoughts on it, right? So here's just some different people.
I'm not sure if you saw.
We
they
did. I saw that.
Yeah.
You think you're Jesus, but you're not.
For that picture, he will be taking a one-way trip to Gehenna hell.
I don't think President Trump posted that. I think somebody else posted that. It's whatever the media wants you to believe is what gets posted most of the time.
Even though it's
He's
on
lost
his
his
account.
mind.
I mean, the media didn't.
As
post
his
that.
most.
Somebody else posted that, AI or somebody. President Trump
matter.
didn't post that.
That
I
part
don't know if
doesn't
he
matter,
has
bro.
a Christian mentor, spiritual mentor. He definitely needs one. This is not okay by any means.
Sometimes you have to look beyond what the eye can see and see the deeper meaning from that post. What I see is a light in his hand. From what I see is him laying hands and healing the sick, which is what we have been called to do.
I'm not sure if you saw.
We did.
Wow.
I saw that.
Yeah.
You think you're Jesus, but you're not.
For that
All right.
picture, he will be taking a
Let's talk
one-way
about
trip.
it, man. I hate this picture. I hate that he did this. I don't know what he's on lately. I do feel like, from my perspective, what it looks like to me, when I could be totally wrong, I don't do politics, so I'm not going to pretend like I'm a political genius. I'm not going to pretend like I know everything about politics. I'm not going to pretend like I know everything about Trump. I will tell you what I believe. I will tell you where my mind was. Let's go back to the day that he was aimed at. Someone took a shot at him, and he nearly faced death. Let's talk about that. When that happened, I thought, wow, this is crazy. And at that point, there was consistent, everybody was in unison, everybody agreed that the country wasn't in a good place. We don't even have to get into the specifics. Most people you talk to would agree that the country wasn't in a good place at that point in time. So when that happened, I'm feeling like you just bought this man's meal ticket, I also felt like this is an experience that will naturally humble someone. My prayer was that this situation would naturally humble Trump and help Trump to see that God has purpose for him here on earth somewhere, right? Today, if we just fast forward till now without getting into the specifics of everything, I truly feel like he needs to be humbled. I feel like he believes that he is in this position of power, and he has all these yes men around that he has hired, which we know this, right? We all know this. He has all these yes men around that he has hired to help him. And I'm a Christian first. A lot of people say, like, I'm America first, I'm Jesus first. Whatever that Bible says, to my knowledge or beyond my knowledge, is what I submit myself to. What Trump did by posting a picture of him portraying himself as Jesus, as the healer, not a healer, my lady. He portrayed himself as the healer, capital H. When he did that, let's just call a spade, bro. It's blasphemy. It's blasphemous. And if anybody else did that, if anybody on the left did that, we would call it what it is. That's blasphemy. So I'm going to call it what it is. That is blasphemy. I hate it. I don't like the leader of our country posting pictures like that, because part of the reason why so many people voted for you is because they felt like, as Christians, this was the best route to take. As Christians, you were the best candidate. As Christians, you were going to do X, Y, and Z, which aligns with our faith and our views biblically. I was one of them. I really believe that. Today, 2 years in, roughly, I feel like I was sold a bag of horse manure. That's what it feels like. I don't know. I don't know what this ends up looking like 2 years from now, but I'm telling you right now, it feels like I was misled and I'm a salesman, and it feels like I have been sold a bag of horse manure. I don't like it. I don't like this picture. And then not only does he just, this is what I wish he would have done. I wish he just would have said, you know what, man? I wasn't thinking, man. I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry. I want to apologize to the people that, you know, I want to apologize to the people that have relationships with Jesus. I shouldn't have done that. That was wrong. I'm sorry. That's the route that you should have taken. Instead, he says that, no, I was portraying myself to be a doctor and I was healing someone. That's what I do. You can't make it up, right? Like, watch this.
It was me. I did post it, and I thought it was me as a doctor, and it had to do with Red Cross as a Red Cross worker there, which we support. And only the fake news could come up with that one. So I just heard about it, and I said, "How did they come up with that?" It's supposed to be me as a doctor, making people better, and I do make people better. I make people a lot better. It was me. I did post it, and I thought.
I don't believe a word of that. You know what you were doing, bro. You know what you were doing. That is hilarious, though. It's hilarious. It's hilariously depressing, honestly. It's like, man, just, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that. I guess you can't, like, allow yourself to look like you made a mistake, but I don't know, man. I just feel like something's got to give here. And that is blasphemy. And as a Christian that voted for him, I feel like it's more than disappointed. It's anger. It's disappointment. It's anger. It's all this, like, emotion roped into one. Now, because I'm a Christian, I put my faith in Jesus before all, and I believe that everything is going to happen in accordance to his will and his plan. So I feel like we're going to be fine. I know the end of the book. I know the end of time. Like, even if it's the end of days, bro, I know that I'm going to be okay. I rest in that. I rest in the fact that I believe that there's an all-powerful God that lines people up in place to carry out his plan, his soldiers. Not that he needs people to do so, just that I think that that's what people are for, to play these positions, are part of what people are here for. Anyway, the first step is apology to me, and he didn't do that. And then not only does he say, no, I was a doctor, then he posts another picture of a white, blue-eyed, brown-haired Jesus hugging on him, saying everything's going to be all right. Like, everything's going to be all right, man. I love you. And Jesus does love Trump, bro. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say Jesus doesn't love you, but it's despicable. It's despicable blasphemy if I'm just calling a spade a spade. And that's where I'm at with it. So I don't know, man. I pray for the leaders in our country, is what I'm called to do. And I pray that Trump figures out a way to express humility and to express humanism and to just like, I've always known that Trump wasn't a Christian, like a Christian. You can call yourself a Christian by principle, or you can call yourself a Christian in terms of religious, but it, like, because you go to church on Sundays. But real, like, I hate to use this word, but real Christians know that real Christians are saved by grace through faith, meaning we have submitted and turned our lives over to Jesus because we can't get to heaven without him. Real Christians know that that word Christian means to be Christ-like. That wasn't Christ-like. That was blasphemous. And I'm going to call it out. I'm going to say what it is. Yeah, that's where I'm at with it. I'm not thrilled with the presidency. In terms of the question that what my liberal friend Dylan, if y'all haven't checked out our podcast, man, we have a podcast. Y'all need to check out that podcast. But the continuous question that he continues to ask me is, oh, the podcast name is Split the Difference, by the way. I'm sorry. But Split the Difference. And the question that Dylan continues to ask me is, when are you going to just admit that Kamala was a better pick? I don't live my life like that. I don't even think like that. I just think like, here we are. This is God's plan. There's no sense in going and harmonizing about the past and thinking about the past. I'm also an addict that's been clean from opiates and amphetamines for 12 years. I'm not programmed to think about what could have been if I would have. You know what I mean? Not programmed to think that way. I'm only programmed, and what saved my life is thinking in terms of, what can I do now? What can I do now? So the question that everybody just continuously seems to be asking is like, don't y'all, now you see it? Kamala would have been a better pick. Admit it. Let's stop doing that, because that's more agitating, right? To the people like, I don't know, to be honest with you. I don't think so. I don't think Kamala would have been a better option necessarily. I have no idea. I really don't. I have no idea. I'm not opposed to saying it. I just don't know enough about her. That's literally it. If she would have mimicked what Biden did, and the rumors are true that the country was headed towards this destructive place, I don't know. I truly don't know. I'm just being honest with you. I have no idea. But what we need to do is we need to start focusing on a way to come together, because the diversity in our country is what's making us weak and allowing the people in power to run rampant, doing whatever they so see fit. But if we're together, if we're united, it doesn't happen. And I guess that's what I want to be considered as. Like, a lot of people look at me like, you're a fence sitter, always been a fence sitter, you've never really picked a side. I'm a Christian and I have conservative values, but I think that Trump is wrong. I think that he's wrong. I didn't like, there's a lot that I haven't liked. We don't even have to go there, because my conservative followers are just going to berate me like they always do about I'm wrong because of the way I feel. You could think however you want to think, but at the end of the day, you still show me love, I still show you love. That's what's important, right? We can have disagreements about specifics, but when it comes down to it, when it hits the boiling point, can you depend on me? Can I depend on you? And that's what I want to see change in. Is like, because listen, if you've had 25 child deletions and you continue to do it, right? And you use it as a form of birth control, I don't like that, right? But when push comes to shove, I will have your back. I will love you. It's what I'm called to do. I believe that that's what we should be doing, is showing love to one another. Political differences aside, I mean, where are we? What is this? You know what I mean? You have to be able to call out when you see wrongdoings. And if you're so far gone on this political spectrum that you can't even admit when Trump does something wrong, I'm afraid we have to figure out a way to get you out of that. Because like, every president in modern history has had wrong things that they've done, wrongdoings, things that you get what I'm saying? Nobody's perfect. We can't sit here and consider him perfect. It's like that guy in the clip that was like, well, I don't believe he did it. There's no way that Trump could do it. Trump would never do something like that. Trump did it, bro. And that, like, we have to call this out. Something's wrong. You know what I mean? When you believe you're so powerful that you can just get away with posting things like that, like the posting the F-bomb on Easter, there's a million different scenarios where I'm not really rocking with it, right? The issue is that nobody is calling him out that he hears, right? It's a shame. It's a shame, man. It's a shame where we are. And I believe as a follower of Christ that the way out of this is within those two most important commandments that he gave us in the New Testament, which is love your God with all of your heart and with all of your soul and with all of your strength, and to love your neighbor. You can at least do one of those things. Even if you don't believe, even if you're an atheist, you don't believe in God, you can love your neighbor. And if we can, I've been saying this since the beginning, since before Trump even came back into office on my channel, I've been saying, what we need to do is we need to love on one another. Even when he got in office, I was calling on conservatives, bro, don't get out here and do like a victory dance and be like, yo, like, what are we doing? What's that for? And some people are so far out there that they can't be reached and they're not going to come to the middle. But the more you hold on to that and think that it's impossible, the further you get from that middle, and the further, like, you won't be able to be reached. That's where my passion lies. Jesus is everybody's. Because in all honesty, here's the reality, right? Like, you cross somebody, you meet them out in public, somebody that you don't know. You don't know whether they're conservative, or you can make assumptions, but is that really the best move? Is that where we are today, where we're just making assumptions about everybody, so you're not even willing to speak to somebody because you think they might be? Don't you see something wrong with that picture if you feel like they're doing that to you, so you do it to them in return? It's nasty, man. It's nasty behavior. How about we love on our neighbor? We treat everybody with kindness. We treat everybody with respect. And when they don't treat us with the same kindness and respect, we just take it for what it is and we move on. That's like, bro, I'm telling y'all, that's all it takes. That's all it takes. And yes, if you get to know somebody on a real personal level, you really begin to love somebody and you really begin to cherish a relationship with them. And then you find out that they don't believe in the same principalities as you. I can understand where that crossroads takes place. But once you've reached that level of respect, you can have those open, honest conversations without hatred. I've gone off on a tangent, but this is something that I firmly believe in. So that's not fence sitting. That's code. So that's my thoughts, man. Let's stop prejudging people based off of internet propaganda. Let's quit prejudging people based off of appearance and what they look like. I don't want my kids to grow up in a world like that. I also don't want my kids to grow up in a world where you can't call out wrongdoing without being hated, discriminated against, and had the finger pointed at you. Like, these are all major issues. Those are all the major points that I think that if we can start working on fixing, we can get to a better place. We have to stop depending on the upper echelons and the people in power to bring us and take us there. It's not going to happen, man. Never going to happen. Because truth be told, they don't care about you. Not really. Not like you care about your kids. Not like your kids care about you. Not like you care about your friends or your friends care about you. So make a bunch of friends. And with that, I bow out, man. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for watching. This has been Winner's Table. Peace. Literally.